Well, today's the last day of January 2024, and I just wanted to give you an update on how I am doing with completing my UFOs. Like I had said before, that I got a late start because I was under the weather for the first half of this month. So I really didn't get a chance to get to a lot of my UFOs. I did work on a few, but I can say that I did complete at least one of a UFO. And that one UFO that I did complete was my mini Bargello sunflower. This was a class that I took with my guild. We had a Zoom class with an instructor. Her name was Jane Holden. And so I had to, what I had to do this month was I had to finish with the quilting on it and the binding, the backing, my label, my hanging sleeve. Look at all that quilting on there. This was a really cool project of taking a Bargello and then cutting it up to make a sunflower. And then what I did was in the middle too is I put beading in the middle to just give it some more texture. That's one done. I started in 2023 and finished in 2024. The next quilt that I'm going to show you that I finished this month actually wasn't a UFO. It was a new project. I took a class at my local quilt store, Authorized Vac and Sew, and it was learning how to use the Pro Stitcher. And so it was a kit. They gave us all the fabric. We put it together, all the fabrics together, and then went in there to their studio there, and did the stitching. And so I was able to get it all stitched up. But along with that, I was able to, let me show you the back. This is all the stitching we did. It was a really fun class. And with that, I was able to, like I said, get my binding on. I will be putting a label on this one. I will be hanging this. I'm not going to put a hanging sleeve because I don't want to lose all that. So it'll just be clipped on, just like that one up there will be clipped. But I will be putting a label. That's all I have left to do on this. But I consider this a done. And with this one, I did something different. When I sewed on my binding, I actually glue basted it, and before I stitched it down. And I like to hand stitch, so the binding on this has been hand stitched down, and I really enjoy the process of hand stitching. Only time that I really do machine stitching is if I'm giving it to a baby, or baby quilts, or if I know that it's going to be handled a lot or washed a lot, then I'll do machine binding. But for the most part, I enjoy doing hand binding. So that one was done. And then the third quilt, actually, I created another whip, a work in progress. This one right here is a quilt that I started actually this week. I started this quilt on Sunday, and this is your traditional disappearing 9-patch quilt. And I decided to make a big one. So this quilt here, I did this quilt in collaboration with the Black Sewing Network on TikTok. We did a live this past Sunday, and I just wanted to give you some information. Disappearing 9-patch, and I did the 25 blocks, which yields a 68 by 68. 25 blocks, which does 65 by 65. But I already put one border on it, and so now it's 68 by 68. But what I'm going to do also is I'm going to use this fabric here, and I'm going to put a 3-inch border around that, and then do the binding, and I'll do the binding in the dark blue. But this is my my works that I started, new projects, finished projects for January 2024, and I will be letting you know what my plans are for February, and hopefully I can get more projects done. So stay tuned and continue with this journey with me. And how many quilts have you gotten done for January 2024?